Imagine this. You're in line at your local coffee shop, the aroma of espresso in the air, a gentle buzz of morning conversations around you. Suddenly, someone strides past and cuts the line, their disregard for the cue clear as day. Annoyance flares up inside you, a sharp sting of disrespect felt in an otherwise mundane moment. Perception is power. This is where we introduce you to a powerful Stoic lesson. Our perception holds immense power over our experiences. Stoicism, an age-old philosophy, teaches us that the true essence of control lies not in the events themselves, but in how we interpret and respond to them. In moments like the one at the coffee shop, our instinct might be to react with frustration or anger. Yet, Stoicism invites us to shift our perspective, to see these instances not as personal affronts, but as opportunities for growth and self. The core of Stoicism hinges on understanding what is within our control and what lies beyond it. Our emotions, our reactions, and our judgments fall under our domain. The actions of others, however, do not. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic practice encourages us to ask ourselves, is my peace more important than this fleeting moment of irritation? By choosing how we interpret disrespect, we reclaim our power and poise. In embracing this first Stoic lesson, we embark on a transformative journey. It's about more than just managing disrespect. It's about cultivating an inner sanctuary of calm and resilience, unaffected by the turbulence of external events. As we move forward, remember this. In the realm of our perceptions, we are the masters. Every challenge, every slight, becomes a stepping stone to a more composed and centered self. Control versus influence. Building on the foundation of perception's power, our next step on this Stoic journey brings us to a pivotal distinction crucial for navigating life's tumultuous seas. Understanding the difference between what we can control and what we can merely influence. This Stoic principle sheds light on the essence of personal empowerment in the face of life's inevitable challenges, including instances of disrespect. Let's revisit the scenario in the coffee shop where you're confronted with the person who cut the line. In that moment, a surge of irritation might compel you to act, but here lies a critical Stoic inquiry. What lies within my power to change? You quickly realize that the actions of the line cutter are beyond your control. What you do control, however, are your internal responses, your feelings, your judgments, and the subsequent actions you choose to take. This Stoic teaching invites us to pause and reflect, to discern between the external events we wish we could change and the internal landscape we truly govern. When faced with disrespect, the instinct might be to assert control, to try and rectify the situation or confront the offender. Yet, Stoicism guides us towards a more serene path, one where we recognize that our peace of mind stems not from altering the external world, but from mastering our internal one. By internalizing this lesson, we learn to navigate life's disruptions with a newfound grace. We conserve our mental and emotional energy, redirecting it towards areas of our life where we can make a tangible difference. This doesn't render us passive in the face of disrespect or injustice. Rather, it empowers us to respond with intention and poise, choosing actions that align with our values and contribute to our well-being. Moreover, this Stoic principle of control versus influence extends beyond personal interactions. It becomes a compass for living, guiding us in every aspect of our lives, from our professional endeavors to our personal relationship. It teaches us to let go of the frustration that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable and instead to invest in our capacity to adapt, grow, and maintain our inner tranquility. As we continue to explore these Stoic lessons, let this principle of control versus influence be a beacon, illuminating the path to a more resilient, serene, and empowered existence. Remember, in the vast expanse of life's challenges, the realm of your control is your ultimate frontier, the domain where true strength and peace reside. The virtue of patience. As we journey further into the heart of Stoic wisdom, we encounter a virtue that stands as a pillar of strength amidst the storms of disrespect and discord. The virtue of patience in the Stoic sense is not merely waiting passively. It's an active engagement with time, a deliberate choice to remain steady in the face of provocations and challenges. Consider the moments when disrespect or impatience stirs within you, like when someone interrupts you mid-sentence or dismisses your ideas without consideration. These are the crucibles in which the virtue of patience is both tested and fortified. Stoicism invites us to see these instances not as personal affronts, but as opportunities to practice patience, to cultivate a deep-seated tranquility that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. The practice of patience begins with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. Instead of viewing an irritating situation as a hindrance, we learn to see it as a space for growth, a momentary pause in which we can exercise our stoic resolve. This requires a conscious effort to slow down our immediate reactions, to breathe deeply, and remind ourselves of the impermanent nature of the situation before us. But how do we cultivate such patience? The Stoics suggest a few practices. One is the premeditation of future challenges, a mental rehearsal of potential disruptions and our calm responses to them. This not only prepares us for what lies ahead, but also diminishes the impact of disrespect when it occurs. Another practice is the cultivation of gratitude, focusing on the aspects of our lives that bring joy and fulfillment, thereby reducing the weight of negative encounters. Patience, according to Stoicism, also involves understanding. It's about recognizing that those who exhibit disrespect are often battling their own internal struggles. With this insight, our patience is deepened by empathy, allowing us to respond not with irritation but with a compassionate acknowledgement of the shared human experience. As we embrace the virtue of patience, we find that our reactions to disrespect become less about the immediate offense and more about the long-term cultivation of our character. This doesn't mean we accept poor treatment or diminish our worth, but rather we choose to respond in ways that enhance our inner peace and reflect our true values. Empathy for understanding, navigating the complexities of human interaction, especially when faced with disrespect, requires a profound tool that can transform not only our responses, but also our relationships. Empathy. This vital Stoic lesson guides us to look beyond the surface of conflicts and misunderstandings, to cultivate a deeper comprehension of the motivations and struggles that underlie people's actions. Consider the instance of a colleague who seems to consistently undermine your ideas. The immediate impulse might be to defend your stance aggressively or to retaliate with similar disrespect. However, Stoicism encourages a different approach, seeking to understand the root of their actions. Could it be that they are grappling with their own insecurities or facing pressures unknown to you? This perspective isn't about justifying their actions, but about grasping the full picture, which can lead to more compassionate and constructive interactions. To develop such understanding, one must transition from merely reacting to actively engaging with the intention to comprehend. This involves listening with full attention, not only to the explicit content of what is being said, but also to the underlying emotions and It's a skill that can be honed through practices like reflective listening, where you echo back what the other person has said to confirm your understanding, thereby deepening the dialogue. Acknowledging our shared human vulnerabilities plays a crucial role in fostering empathy. Recognizing that everyone, at some point, wrestles with doubt, fear, and insecurity can soften our response to perceived slights or disrespect. This common ground can reduce tensions, making way for more empathetic and meaningful exchanges. The ripple effect of extending empathy is significant. When we approach others with an effort to understand, it often encourages a similar response, creating a more empathetic and respectful environment. This doesn't imply an end to all instances of disrespect, but equips us with a more stoic, peace-promoting approach to handling such challenges. In embracing this lesson, let empathy serve as a beacon, illuminating the path to not only managing disrespect with dignity, but also enriching our connections with others. As we delve deeper into Stoic teachings, the practice of empathy emerges not merely as a strategy for conflict resolution, but as a cornerstone for building a more compassionate and understanding world. The strength in forgiveness. Venturing further into our exploration of Stoic wisdom, we encounter a profound and often challenging lesson: the transformative power of forgiveness. This lesson teaches us that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness but a manifestation of strength, offering us liberation from the chains of resentment and anger that often follow acts of disrespect. Forgiveness, in the Stoic sense, is the conscious decision to release feelings of bitterness towards those who have wronged us. It's recognizing that holding on to anger harms us more than the offender, and that true peace comes from letting go. This doesn't mean condoning disrespectful behavior or forgetting it occurred, but choosing to rise above it, to free ourselves from the emotional burden it imposes. Imagine you're faced with a situation where a friend or family member has spoken harshly or acted in a way that disrespects your boundaries. The initial reaction might be to harbor resentment or to plot revenge. Stoicism, however, invites us to consider a different path, one where we acknowledge the pain, learn from the experience, and then choose to forgive, to release ourselves from the grip of negative emotions. Embarking on the path of forgiveness begins with understanding. Much like the lesson of empathy, forgiveness asks us to consider the broader context of the offender's actions. Perhaps they were acting out of their own pain, fear, or ignorance. This perspective doesn't excuse their behavior, but provides a basis for our emotional release. Practicing forgiveness also involves self-reflection. It's an opportunity to examine our own role in the situation, our reactions, and how we can grow from the experience. This introspection can lead to personal growth, enhancing our resilience and emotional. Furthermore, forgiveness has a healing effect that extends beyond our personal peace. It can transform relationships, breaking cycles of retaliation and misunderstanding, and paving the way for healthier interactions. It's a powerful tool for mending the fabric of our social connections, fostering an environment where respect and understanding can flourish. The power of silence. In our continued exploration of Stoic principles for handling disrespect, we encounter a lesson that stands out for its simplicity yet profound impact: the power of silence. This lesson teaches us that sometimes the most effective response to disrespect is no response at all. Silence, in this context, is not a sign of defeat or acquiescence, but a strategic choice that demonstrates wisdom, strength, and self-control. The power of silence lies in its ability to disarm. When faced with disrespect, the instinctual reaction might be to retaliate with words, to defend our honor, or to set the record straight. However, Stoicism offers a different perspective, suggesting that in many cases, choosing not to engage can be a more potent response. Silence can serve as a mirror, reflecting the behavior of the other back onto them, often leading to self-reflection, and, in some cases, silence also conserves our energy. Engaging in arguments or confrontations, especially when the outcome is likely to be fruitless, can drain us emotionally and mentally. By opting for silence, we preserve our inner resources for more constructive pursuits, for activities and interactions that align with our values and contribute to our. Moreover, the choice of silence can be a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace. In the heat of the moment, emotions can run high, and words spoken in anger can escalate the situation and lead to regret. Silence offers a pause, a space for calm and reflection, allowing us to respond from a place of composure rather than react from a place of agitation. Practicing the power of silence requires mindfulness and discipline. It's about being fully present in the moment, recognizing our emotional triggers, and consciously choosing to remain silent. This isn't passive. It's an active form of non-engagement that demands a deep understanding of oneself and the situation at hand. This Stoic lesson also reminds us of the importance of choosing our battles wisely. Not every act of disrespect warrants a response. Sometimes, the most powerful statement we can make is to simply walk away, to let our silence speak volumes about our character and resilience. Stoic resilience. As we progress further into the Stoic teachings on handling disrespect, we encounter a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy: resilience. This lesson revolves around cultivating an inner fortitude that allows us to withstand and grow from the challenges and slights we face in life. Stoic resilience is not about building an impenetrable shield against disrespect, but rather about developing a robustness of spirit that thrives in the face of adversity. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, involves a deep acceptance of life's inherent challenges, including acts of disrespect. It's the understanding that such experiences, though unpleasant, are part of the human condition and can serve as catalysts for personal growth and development. This perspective encourages us to ask ourselves, what can this situation teach me? How can it contribute to my character and wisdom? To build Stoic resilience, one must practice the art of reframing. This involves shifting our focus from the negative aspects of a disrespectful encounter to the potential positives, such as the opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and forgiveness. It's about seeing every instance of disrespect not as a personal attack, but as a chance to strengthen our Stoic virtues. Another aspect of Stoic resilience is maintaining a long-term perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, to allow a single act of disrespect to overshadow our broader goals and values. By keeping our eyes on the bigger picture, we remind ourselves that these moments are but small blips in the grand scheme of our lives, and that our true strength lies in our ability to remain steadfast in our principles, regardless of the immediate circumstances. Stoic resilience also involves embracing discomfort. The Stoics believed that exposure to adversity is a necessary part of building strength. By deliberately stepping into situations that challenge us, we not only desensitize ourselves to discomfort, but also expand our capacity to handle life's inevitable difficulties with grace. Stoic resilience. As we progress further into the Stoic teachings on handling disrespect, we encounter a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy: resilience. This lesson revolves around cultivating an inner fortitude that allows us to withstand and grow from the challenges and slights we face in life. Stoic resilience is not about building an impenetrable shield against disrespect, but rather about developing a robustness of spirit that thrives in the face of adversity. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, involves a deep acceptance of life's inherent challenges, including acts of disrespect. It's the understanding that such experiences, though unpleasant, are part of the human condition and can serve as catalysts for personal growth and development. This perspective encourages us to ask ourselves, what can this situation teach me? How can it contribute to my character and wisdom? To build Stoic resilience, one must practice the art of reframing. This involves shifting our focus from the negative aspects of a disrespectful encounter to the potential positives, such as the opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and forgiveness. It's about seeing every instance of disrespect not as a personal attack, but as a chance to strengthen our Stoic virtues. Another aspect of Stoic resilience is maintaining a long-term perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, to allow a single act of disrespect to overshadow our broader goals and values. By keeping our eyes on the bigger picture, we remind ourselves that these moments are but small blips in the grand scheme of our lives, and that our true strength lies in our ability to remain steadfast in our principles, regardless of the immediate circumstances. Stoic resilience also involves embracing discomfort. The Stoics believed that exposure to adversity is a necessary part of building strength. By deliberately stepping into situations that challenge us, we not only desensitize ourselves to discomfort, but also expand our capacity to handle life's inevitable difficulties with grace. Living according to nature. In the final exploration of our Stoic journey through handling disrespect, we turn to a foundational Stoic principle: living in accordance with nature. This profound lesson encompasses the essence of Stoicism, guiding us to live in harmony with our true selves and the world around us. In the context of handling disrespect, it means acting in ways that reflect our deepest values and virtues, maintaining our integrity even when faced with the most challenging situations. Living according to nature involves understanding our unique role and capabilities as rational beings. It's about recognizing that our nature is to act with reason, kindness, and justice, and that every response we make to disrespect, when someone directs negativity our way, the Stoic response is not to retaliate with similar behavior, but to stand firm in our principles, responding with rationality and composure. This Stoic lesson encourages us to reflect on what is truly important in life. Is it the approval and respect of others, or is it our ability to go to sleep each night knowing we've lived true to our values? Disrespect, in this light, becomes less about the actions of others and more about an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to living a virtuous life. To live according to nature also means to accept the natural flow of life, including its ups and downs. Just as nature has its storms and calms, so too does human interaction. Embracing this ebb and flow allows us to face disrespect with equanimity, understanding that it is just one part of the broader tapestry of life. Moreover, this Stoic principle invites us to cultivate harmony with others, even in the face of disrespect. By recognizing the interconnectedness of all people and the common virtues we share, we can approach conflicts with a sense of kinship and a desire for mutual respect rather than division. As we draw the curtains on this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the path we've traversed, from the empowering realization that our perceptions hold the key to our peace, to the liberating act of forgiveness. Each lesson has offered us tools not just for handling disrespect, but for crafting a life of resilience, integrity, and harmony. These Stoic teachings remind us that the essence of a well-lived life isn't found in the absence of conflict or disrespect, but in our response to it. It's in the choices we make every day, in the moments of challenge and decision, that our character is forged and our lives are shaped. By embracing these principles, we not only insulate ourselves from the sting of disrespect, but also open our hearts to a deeper connection with others and a more profound understanding of ourselves. As we move forward, let these lessons not be mere intellectual exercises, but living practices. Start with one lesson that resonated with you the most and integrate it into your daily life. Observe the shifts in your perceptions, your interactions, and then gradually weave in the other lessons, building a robust Stoic framework for navigating life's challenges. Remember, the journey of Stoicism is ongoing, a lifelong path of growth and discovery. There will be times when we falter, when the weight of disrespect feels too heavy to bear with grace. In those moments, let us return to these teachings to find solace, strength, and guidance.